Dear friends, welcome back to Data Analytics Talks. In this session, I would like to talk on Microsoft Fabric. Do not confuse with Azure Service Fabric. Microsoft Fabric is an all-in-one analytics solution for enterprises that covers everything from data movement to data science, real-time analytics, and business intelligence. It offers a comprehensive suite of services including data lake, data engineering, and data integration all in one place. Microsoft Fabric is built on a foundation of software as a service. It brings together new and existing components from Power BI, Azure Synapse, and Azure Data Factory into a single integrated environment. These components are then presented in a various customized user experience. It brings together experiences such as data engineering, data factory, data science, data warehouse, real time analytics, and Power BI onto a shared SaaS foundation. Fabric is an end to end analytics product that addresses every aspect of an organization's analytics needs. It empowers every team in the analytics process with the role specific experiences they need. So, data engineers, data warehousing professional, data scientist, data analyst, and business users feel right at home. In this session, I would like to have a tour of Microsoft Fabric along with you. Let's begin. Well, I'm not very keen on explaining you every details of Microsoft Fabric today. What I'm interested is to take you to the Microsoft Fabric portal and show you what are the building blocks of Microsoft Fabric. If you would like to know more about Microsoft Fabric, I would request you to go to the Azure portal and explore some of the blocks available. However, I would like to play a small video so that you can get a feel of it.
Introducing Microsoft Fabric, a unified data analytics platform. One product, one experience, one architecture, one business model. Unified data is stored in one lake, a SaaS data lake for the entire organization. Data is integrated and stored in an open format, allowing one copy to be used to train machine learning models, visualize data, and run SQL queries on the lake and data warehouse. A unified experience brings together all the tools data professionals need. Pipelines for orchestrating data movement, experiments for training machine learning models, semantic models for defining key metrics, and much more. And for business users, Fabric brings together data for collaborating and doing ad hoc analysis in Microsoft 365. Unified governance, security, and compliance is built in for all your data. And with Copilot from Microsoft Fabric, AI helps everyone be more productive. Whether it's writing SQL statements, building reports, or setting up automations based on triggers. All your data, all your teams, all in one place. This is Microsoft Fabric.
So let's go to app.fabric.microsoft.com where you can find Microsoft Fabric. It says all your data in one location, organize, collaborate, and create. And you can see icons of Power BI, Data Factory, Data Activator, Synapse Data Engineering, Synapse Data Science, Synapse Data Warehouse, Synapse Real Time Analytics. Now, all the tools which is required for a data engineer, required for a warehousing professional, required for a data science, required for data visualization, everything is available in one place. I will take you to each and every component. Let's start with Power BI. You know, Power BI is used to find insight, track progress, and make decision faster using rich visualization. So we have Power BI service. So the Microsoft has put Power BI within Microsoft Fabric. Let's click on Power BI. So when you go to Power BI within Microsoft Fabric, you can build your first report. You can add and prepare your data. You can generate pre-made reports. You can customize to suit your needs. So you can add data to start building reports. How can you do that? We can paste or manually enter data, just like you can create table directly in Power BI. You can also, once you have data, you can auto generate a report. You can create a blank report. You can create a data set only. Multiple options are available here. You can also pick a published semantic model. If you have already published something, you can pick from there. You can pick a data set to use in your reports. So we have data factory. You might have already done some of the data factory, or you might have learned about data factory. So in data factory, you can create data pipelines. You can create data flow gen 2. See, in that you can import from Excel, import from SQL Server, import from text or CSV file, import from data flows. And you can get data from SQL, text, web page, blank query, and lot many connectors you can find here under this data flow. So in data factory, ADF, you should have done it. You might have already done as a separate independent building block in the Azure portal. So now they have brought data factory as part of Microsoft Fabric. So you can also create data pipeline using Azure Data Factory. So here you can add a pipeline activity. You can copy data. You can choose a task to start. So add a pipeline activity, copy data, data flow, delete data, get metadata, if condition, switch, filter, wait, for each, until. These are all just elements of the pipeline activity. Then you can add a copy data activity. There is also some sample data. If you want to bring, you can bring it. You can connect data source. You can choose a destination. You can connect to data destination, then review, save. So all options, we have a lot of connectors where to connect. You will find a lot of connectors here in the copy data option under data factory. Basically, the data factory has been moved into Microsoft Fabric. The data engineers can work seamlessly within Microsoft Fabric. The next service that I'm going to explore in the Microsoft Fabric is Data Activator. Have you heard about Data Activator? If not, let's see what is Data Activator. So it monitors data to trigger alerts and automatically actions so your organization adapts to changing conditions in real time. I went a little more further and made some Google search and identified what is Data Activator. So the Data Activator is a no-code experience in Microsoft Fabric for automatically taking actions when patterns or conditions are detected in changing data. So Data Activator allows customers to build a digital nervous system that acts across all their data at scale and in a timely manner. Business users can describe business conditions in a no-code experience to launch actions such as email, Teams notification, Power Automate flows, and call into third-party action systems. Let me go into the Data Activator and see what is available here. So you can create Reflex. Oh, it is in preview mode, and there is something called Reflex sample in preview mode. If I click on that, yeah, there is something going on wrong here. So sorry, and I think we can come back later and see more into that. So if you want, you can get a lot of support articles, knowledge base from Microsoft, how to get started with Data Activator. You can try how to try Data Activator with the sample data. Maybe if I go there, You can see well-written articles to explain how to create a data activator. So I wish you can take some time and explore these to get more details about Reflex. So if you ask me what is the Reflex, the Reflex WMS is a Reflex workflow management system helps customers to optimize their logistic operations in warehouses and address your omni-channel and e-commerce challenges by implementing an agile, robust, and real-time supply chain execution system. So Reflex is basically a workflow system that is integrated within Microsoft Fabric. We are back again to the Microsoft Fabric homepage. Then we can see some of the services. We starting with the Synapse Data Engineering, Synapse Data Science, Synapse Data Warehouse, and Synapse Real-Time Analytics. So what I understand from here is that they have put all these components from different services and made customized for role level execution. For example, if you are a data engineer, what all things you need to create. If you are a data scientist, how to go about. If you are a warehouse professional, what to do. That is, you can find on the Synapse Data Warehouse. And if you are a real-time analytics, then what is needed for that. So these are services bundled for role-based operations. So let's first start with Synapse Data Engineering. So it creates a lakehouse and use Apache Spark to transform and prepare organizational data share with the business. So let's me click on data engineering. First of all, you can create a lakehouse. What is a lakehouse? Store big data for cleaning, querying, reporting, and sharing. So let me click on data lakehouse. We can create a sample lakehouse. It will create a lakehouse for me. So in the new lakehouse, I can see tables, files. I can get data, upload files, new data pipeline, new data flow, Gen 2, new shortcut, new event stream. It says successfully created SQL analytics endpoint. You can have a new semantic model. You can create notebooks and you can open existing notebooks or you can create a new notebook. So let me create a new notebook. It's loading a new notebook. Basically, welcome to your new notebook. Type in here cell editor to add code. You can write your code in HTML, PySpark, Spark, Spark SQL, Spark R supports multiple languages, and you can also open your notebook in VS Code. We can create new data flow Gen 2. Again, we have already seen that we can import from Excel, import from SQL, import from text or CSV, import from data flows. This is again integrated with Synapse Engineering. Then you can create a new data pipeline. Already we have seen that creating a pipeline need a data source, destination, and connectors. Everything is available here too. So what Microsoft has done is that they have brought in all the tools that is required for a Synapse data engineer. He can concentrate on his work while all these tools are available within this platform. Okay, then we have data pipelines. Then we can import from notebook. Then you can use a sample. So if you click on a sample, I can try to click on this public holidays sample. Let's see how it works. So what I have created is I have created a sample lakehouse which has loaded data from public holidays. So this is a sample lakehouse. We are back again into the Microsoft Fabric. We will go into Synapse Data Science. As a data scientist, you will explore your data, build machine learning models to infuse predictive insight into your analytic solution and applications. If you are a data scientist, okay, under Microsoft Fabric, you have a customized role profile where you can get into Synapse Data Science and you see it has opened with ML model. I can do experiment ML model. What does it? It's use machine learning models to predict outcomes and detect anomalies in data. Create, run, and track development of multiple models for validating hypotheses. Then we have a notebook, explore data, and build machine learning solutions with Apache Spark applications. Then again, you can set up your libraries, Spark compute settings, and resource for notebooks and Spark job definitions. You can import notebook from source code from your local machine or other workspaces. Again, here also you can create a environment using sample. So if I click on a sample, so you can say book recommendation, fraud detection, time series, title, genre classification, uplift modeling, mission failure, customer churn, and sales forecasting. End-to-end workflow Python, end-to-end workflows are then quick tutorials also available for Synapse Data Science. What happens when I click on the book recommendation sample? Basically, it opens a notebook with sample code for this particular use case. Even we can open this in VS Code. So in order to open your Synapse workspace, you need to install and open Synapse VS Code extension for Microsoft OpenURI. See how I'm able to open this Synapse notebook in my VS Code. See, one of the another important service that is available with Microsoft Fabric is Synapse Data Warehouse. So what does it do? The scale up your insight by storing and analyzing data in a secure open data format SQL warehouse with top performance at PB scale, petabyte scale, right? So I would like to go into Synapse Data Warehouse service and see what is available. So here you can create a warehouse. You can have a sample warehouse. You can create pipeline. We can create data flow gen. So it's creating a warehouse. It takes few minutes. So in Azure Synapse warehouse, we don't see that dedicated SQL pool, and we are also not able to create the Spark pool because I think everything is built on the Spark pool. So no need to create a separate. So here you can see the sample warehouse schema, security, my queries, shared queries. Then you can use TSQL, new data flow, Gen2, new data pipeline, sample data, automatically load sample data in your warehouse. So let me just quickly try to see as create a sample tables. So creating tables, copying data, creating views, stored procedures, wrapping things up. So these are samples that you can always refer to and build our own data warehouse. So it has created tables. It is currently copying data. Yes, data copy complete, creating views and stored procedure completed. So now wrapping things up. So the sample, we can see that many tables are created, many views are created, many functions are created. There are some stored procedures. So we have a sample warehouse being set up for Synapse under Synapse warehouse. So we are good here. So if you want to know more about how to start it with the warehouse, go to the knowledge article and it gives you step by step how to start, where to start. Let's depend on Microsoft knowledge base for further learning. So I'm going back again. So I come back again on the Microsoft Fabric. What is the final one is something called Synapse Real-Time Analytics. So it is rapidly ingest, transform, and query any data source and format from 1 GB to 1 PB, and then visualize and share insight. So it's more of a real-time analytics, right? So let's see what is there in the Synapse Real-Time Analytics. We have KQL database. It's rapidly load structured, unstructured, and streaming data for querying. That is KQL database. You can click on the KQL database, KQLDB1. Let's see what is going to create. It's going to create a KQL database for us. I need to explore more to understand what is KQL. So this has created a KQL database for us, and you have the sample data, local file, OneLake, Azure Storage, Event Hubs, pipeline. So you can get data from anywhere. So if I want to say sample data, click on sample data. There is a stock analytics, weather analytics, IoT analytics, log analytics, metrics analytics, and automotive operations. So this is a real-time analytics sample gallery. So I'm not going to try it out anything. So yeah, let's know that there is something called KQL database, which is using for querying structured, non-structured, and KQL query set. KQL query set. I just created one. So yeah, I have. I can use KQLDB demo 123, then storm event sample, and I select so KQL query set item data uploaded. So we have the data set uploaded. So we can have the query, you can write the query here. You can even build a Power BI report straight away from here. Configured the source, we have configured the destination, we have set up the event stream. So the data has came from source to destination, and we can see the preview here, and we can also see some data insight here, and you can keep this refresh. Okay, so there is something we can see the source destination details as well. So we are going back. So we have seen how to configure real-time analytics in Microsoft Fabric. So in this video I was trying to explore and explain Microsoft Fabric. So our takeaway is that Microsoft has put all the service required for your data management under a software as a service offering called Microsoft Fabric. So we have seen that we have Power BI, which is finding insight, track progress, and make decision faster. And we have Data Factory to solve the most complex data integration and ETL scenarios. And we have Data Activator, which is monitoring our data to trigger alerts and automated actions. And we have customized the user profiles like Synapse Data Engineering, which can cater to all the needs of a data engineer. We have Synapse Data Science, which can cater to all the needs of data scientist. And we have Data Warehouse, which can cater to all the needs of any data warehouse professional. And finally, we have the Synapse Real-Time Analytics, which can support rapidly ingest, transform, and query any data source and format from 1 gigabyte to 1 megabyte. Then visualize and share the insight. When you work on Microsoft Fabric, you should also compare what is not available with Azure Synapse and how to migrate our Synapse data into Microsoft Fabric. So we will explore more into Microsoft Fabric in the coming days. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you.